Is it on? Okay. Hello everybody, my name is Skylar, and this is what my face looks like. Bad, ugly, so I really don't care about that. Anyways, I'm gonna be reacting, well, I'm not gonna be reacting, I'm gonna be breaking down the ripped apart state of play that we got Wednesday? No, Thursday. Yeah. So let's get right into it. Okay, so we start off with what looks like in Rivet's hideout, and it appears that after getting to Sargasso, which is later in the state of play, they retrieve her and Clank retrieved an infobot and took it back to the hideout, and it seems that Nefarious' troopers are after this now because they come assault her hideout here in this thing. And what's interesting is, Clank, okay? He's missing his right arm, we all know that, but his legs always remain stationary. He never gets up and walks, so it seems that his legs are also damaged, or he just doesn't care and he doesn't decide to, which, no, he would get up and walk. And he gets captured by this, giant centipede robot, which, later in the trailer, whenever Rivet is talking to Clank, while Marcus Smith is talking, she seems to call it a seeker, or something like that, which is what I can hear when she's talking. So these are called seeker bots, or seeker ships. And then this is whenever the mission started, but this is the ending of it, when she, defeats the robot, because we can see her jump and hit the robot with the hammer, like in the original trailer.
I'm Marcus Smith, creative director of Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart.
I'm Marcus Smith.
Brand new, full-length Ratchet & Clank adventure built from the ground up for the PlayStation 5 console.
Ooh!
Today we're going to introduce you to some of the gameplay, characters, and arsenal of Rift Apart. Whether you've played every game since Ratchet & Clank's debut, or you're brand new to the series.
Okay, and right here, right there, you can see a Megacorp logo in the background. I just want to
Rift Apart is a standalone adventure that you won't want to miss. Let's get into it.
Oh. Clank? Clank? Wombax?
Mm-hmm.
What is this place?
And then we could see another Megacorp logo in the corner right there. As for the green part on the TV, it reminds me of those blue creatures from All for One that were electrical. You had to shoot them into the swamps or the water to get rid of them. That's what they reminded me of. This is just so good looking.
Where are you, Clank? Maybe someone around here has seen it. Have any of you seen
And on the wall right here, there's like more posters. I don't know if they're wanted posters or if they're advertisements, but there's a whole bunch of them all over the place.
Green eyes, red antenna, very charming.
Ratchet's not wrong. And in the background, there's more Megacorp logos, so I believe this to be the, Bogon. If it's not Bogon, it's, Mylon, which I'll get into that later in the analysis. But, yeah. And there's another Megacorp logo in the top, right.
Partner Clank, and is now in a new dimension in a mysterious urban sprawl called Nefarious City.
And Ratchet does one of his idle animations with the wrench flip. And also, his battle stance that he's had since they gave him since the reveals last year. It seems that he is doing the deadlocked stance, which I think is a neat callback that they brought back.
Please let there be good news behind here.
And then on the wall here, there seems to be a whole bunch of posters. You can see the wanted poster. You can see the not the resistance poster. You could see a poster with what it looks like to be this dimension's version of Nefarious on the right. Well, no, it's all of them, but that's what I think. I don't know what the white one could be. And the number 7, I don't know what that represents. Maybe it's just like
Ratchet
Sector
quickly
7
finds
because it
out
says
that in this
07.
dimension, Dr. Nefarious is a much more capable villain.
Yeah. And then in this shot, there's really nothing I can make out. It looks incredible though. Like that's the part I can make out, as it looks great. You can see the statue in the background and everything. One thing I did notice though is there's a ship somewhere here. Like right in the bottom corner, right, in the bottom left, or it's like kind of like the bottom, it's in the left, on the left side. It looks like the ship from the first game that was like the red one you would use when you got the pilot's helmet. That's what that reminded me of, that one ship.
Does that mean there are 2 Nefariouses now?
Yep.
Clank first,
Ratchet.
Nefarious later. Maybe he's in this bazaar.
Thanks to the new hardware,
And
the
then,
world...
sorry for interrupting you, Marcus, but we can see that we can use the hover boots like a crack in time, which, okay, you know, I was expecting that to come back. This platform might be what we use for a ship later on, if we get a ship when we come back to the level and fly through space, but we'll have to find out. But that's what I thought. It could be the one up on the stairs.
Are more beautiful than ever. Cities are full of life with traffic and civilians.
And then in this shot, there's nothing I could think about, but it looks incredible.
About everywhere. Rift Apart is full of the unexpected. Characters in this new dimension are not always the same as they were in Ratchet and Clank's dimension. Comes across Miss Zircon, the weapon vendor in Rift Apart.
Wait a second.
Okay, and it looks like that we got the Warmonger and the Buzzblade because we can see those two. So those are coming back. I've seen another one that's coming back somewhere.
Miss Zircon will sell you weapons, but you gotta be less conspicuous, or the resistance will not last.
The resistance?
Ratchet looks good, so perfect in this.
Oh, apologies, sugar. Miss Zircon is still new to all of this espionage.
The way she says that. And then we see like Rivet. This part where they don't meet, but Ratchet sees Rivet kidnap Clank. More than likely takes place after he meets her and they make it into the city and they're after her.
Clank has been taken by a mysterious
If you
new
look, Clank doesn't have his legs here, which I don't know why he wouldn't, because he does in the other parts. So maybe he at least Rivet tries to fix his legs for him.
Clank!
If you look right by Ratchet's right ear, you could see that there's a little like blue square. It looks like what's to be Big Al's logo, which I don't think anybody else pointed that out. So we might see him. We're going to, because I'll talk about it later.
I need to go after that ship.
There's really nothing here.
How can I get off planet?
Listen, Tess. Only royal starships are allowed to leave. Anything else?
Nope.
Phantom can help. Just follow the beat.
And then the Phantom, we'll get into that as well later.
And you will find him.
Club Nefarious, got it. Oh, and nice work, Secret Agent Zircon.
That was a Secret Agent Clank reference, which was perfect. There's more Megacorp logos on the screens and stuff.
Better look around.
Sorry for interrupting you, Ratchet. There's more Warner posters on the left, or on the right there. The music's freaking popping though, like, it's perfect how they're like echoing it and stuff. And now, the Raritanium is now crates. It's not just a crystal, which is another good thing.
So that sounds like a club, all right.
And then, I need to go back like a couple seconds.
Yes. sounds like a club, all right.
And then there's like a blue like force field I missed. Maybe that will we'll use that for like a trespasser puzzle to get a gold bolt maybe or something, because you can see rare titanium crates, so we can go in there. Or maybe it's like an exit back to where we were earlier. And on this green like sign, it looks like what's to be an alien with one eye and, you know, ears, like fluffy ears, so we might run into that character. And then if you hear in the background, we don't know which Nefarious it is, but he says, "Now that I'm back, I'm starting Operation Dreamtime," which I believe is a reference to Size Matters in the Dreamtime stage. I instantly thought of that whenever I was watching this first time, but I just never mentioned it, I guess. And then we could see Groovatrons and the hologram of
Once
the
Ratchet finds Phantom, he learns a couple of new moves.
Leave me alone, Assassy.
Once Ratchet finds Phantom, he learns a couple of new moves.
And then here we can see that Ratchet can also wall run and dash, which is interesting. So it seems that Rivet is just a skin and not a full-on different character, which I'm upset about. But it's nice to see. It's nice to have a change of pace and character change to play as. And then that orange symbol with like the Lombax logo, that might be the symbol for the Resistance. We don't know, but that's what it might be. And then if you look, there's holographic dead trees, which is interesting, as this Nefarious from this dimension seems to hate life or hate organic life. So I believe that the Ratchet 3 plot where he used the Bi-Obliterator, he's successful because we don't see any other organics other than Ratchet and Rivet in this gameplay. I might be wrong about it, but
one of the focal points of gameplay in Rift Apart is increased mobility. Ratchet can now dash and wall run to traverse levels. This focus on mobility allows players to chain moves together to create exhilarating combos.
Another Megacorp logo.
Now let's jump into combat.
The Nefarious Day Spa. If you can distract these troopers, I'll hack Nefarious's propaganda blimp and give this city a message it'll never forget.
And then if you don't recognize who that voice might be, that might be Skid McMarks, which a couple people pointed out. And they're calling him the Phantom because that's a reference to Shadow Dude. So that's pretty cool. That is, if it is Skid McMarks.
Looks easy enough.
Oh yeah, we know it's easy. This is
Dashing
genocide.
allows you to evade attacks or gain strategic advantages. Enemies can't hit what doesn't momentarily exist.
But they can still try to hit you. The UI looks better as well.
Dimensional tears in the world allow you to use the Rift Tether, another new traversal mechanic to instantly pull yourself across battlefields to escape or flank enemies. Weapons in Rift Apart utilize the power of the DualSense wireless controller's adaptive triggers and haptic feedback to allow players to really feel the power of their arsenal. For example, with the burst pistol, players can pull back the trigger partway to peck out accurately placed single shots. But pulling the trigger fully unleashes a rapid-fire spread that covers more area. In either case, players will feel each shot burst from the weapon and connect with enemies.
That's nice.
With the Enforcer, players can pull the trigger down halfway to fire a single barrel, reducing time between reloads. Or pull the trigger fully and unleash both barrels with a devastating close-range attack. Thanks to the haptics, the player will feel the power of their shots through their hands.
And if you notice, when Ratchet uses the Rip Tether, it's like holographic. He just doesn't have the glove on the whole time.
As Ratchet
So they
attempts
changed
to
that.
follow Rivet and Clank, he encounters a nefarious juggernaut.
Oh, the design, though. I was hoping that for his Rift Tether they would keep the glove on him the whole game, but I am happy they did change it because it would throw people off. And fans probably wouldn't like that. This is so good. There's nothing
During
to
this
make
fight,
out here.
more
It's just really a
dimensional
boss
chaos
fight, pretty
ensues.
much.
Thanks to the power of the SSD, we can near instantly teleport players to completely
And then
different
the
locations.
creature that's
This isn't some
shooting a Ratchet and then shoots back at the enemy is one of the creatures from the 2016 game. But they just brought, I guess they just brought the enemies back because they bring the dogs back.
All arena being loaded, but the entire level from a different planet.
Crazy. I don't know what this planet could be. It's one with red trees, so this is one that's brand new.
Let's jump over and see what's going on with Rivet and Clank.
And then the crash landing. If you look, Clank has his legs back, and he's stationary still. Like, I think his legs have been damaged somehow, and that's why he never like starts to walk. So, and how they crash land, I think it's a reference to the first game because how they crash. And, like, Ratchet crashed his ship and Rivet crashed hers. And they're on a grassy planet. So, I like that cool
As you may have
callback.
guessed, Rivet is a brand new playable character in the series.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you taking me?
I was gonna take you to my hideout. But first, I gotta rescue my friends at their gelatonium factory.
And if you could see that Rivet's literally just a reskin of Ratchet, which I was disappointed about. But it's nice to have a change of pace and a new skin,
Rift
like
Apart
full-on
includes
skin, but
several
full-on
alternate
character.
dimension versions of classic planets from past games.
Troglodyte. We never seen it eat something with its tendrils. That's pretty cool. Alright, listen.
Great! There's a secret.
Did we mention how
See?
stunning
They're called Seekers. She said Seeker.
and alive our worlds are?
Not this far away.
Thanks to the power of the PS5 and the 3D
And she just
audio,
said it's a long way from Mylon, so that's Mylon's in this game, and I think that either Nefarious City is in the Bogon Galaxy or Planet Mylon, because that was the command center for the
alien planets with an
planet.
immersive density like never before. Let's check it out.
Speedles, yeah. That's why I'm gonna ride one. Soon as I can get
Close.
close enough.
Back to Ms. Zircon, the weapons vendor.
And then, okay, the weapons vendor. How it opens in real time, that was something cut from the very first game. It would open in real time, but they couldn't do it on any of the previous systems because it was way too much resources. So that's awesome they're bringing this
This
back.
wasn't what was in my...
And we have two weapons that we don't know. Oh no, we have three new weapons in this demo, but we could see two in the vendor, and she uses one of them, which is the Negatron Collider. And the two we haven't seen are the Mr. Fungi and the Ricochet It. And we saw Ratchet use the Ricochet It in the trailer that was released the other day.
Count last time.
Oh, that is because I added our mutual friend on Nefarious City.
Okay.
In Rift Apart, you get
And-
to play
And they share a Bolt and Bake account, which is like what? What?
with an
They share a Bolt and
explosive
Bake
new
account?
arsenal, as well as a few returning classics.
Okay, and then in the background, we could see there's a drill weapon. That could possibly be the Revolverator that was cut from the first game as well. Because they didn't have enough resources for it. Also, it would be way too hardcore for a Ratchet game, spinning enemies over your head with a freaking drill. But it's nice they're bringing that back, and that's going to be badass to use.
Here's another example of how we're using the DualSense. With the Topiary Sprinkler, players will feel resistance in the trigger as they prepare a throw of this garden grenade. Once on the ground and spitting out its rapid growth plant fertilizer, players will also feel when enemies have been topiaried and are ready to be trimmed down.
I turn enemies into garden plants, and then genocide them. God, this looks so good.
appears some dimensional distortion is emanating from that cave.
And these frog enemies are redesigns of the 2016 game
In addition
frog
to
enemies.
rift
They're
tethering
just
and
purple
dimensional
now
shifts,
and
there
have
are also
hair.
many pocket dimensions scattered throughout the game.
And the last Speedle runs into that rift thingy.
Interesting. You must have a rift tether in your glove, too.
Alright, Smarty Bot. What is this place?
And if you look, this is gonna be a cool mechanic because I don't think it's gonna be used just for story, as each pocket dimension and each planet are gonna be way open, and pocket dimensions are mainly gonna be used for collectibles, I think. And if you see, it has a code 653199. So I'm thinking there's gonna be there's going to be a lot, because I'm thinking it's going to be 01, 01, 01, 02, 02, 02, or it could be like 02, 14, 64, or something. There's going to be so many pocket dimensions in this game, and it all goes up to 99 in all three, so that's going to be insane. As for what this could be, the pocket dimension version or post-apocalyptic version of this planet, it's probably Sargasso.
A dimensional
Or, 4
pocket.
and 4.
Perhaps a symptom of the Dimensionator's destruction.
How do you come up with this stuff?
Well, no, it can't be Torn 4, because, it's not like a desert.
Hey, it's Maynard! The Mortis helper bot!
And this robot design is the design they used in, All for One, whenever you would complete a level. So that's a neat callback as well.
Through the rift somehow.
There is the Speedle.
Yep.
No, don't hide! Ah!
Hitting its nest might get its attention.
Well, hello there. Gotcha!
Oh,
And then
dear.
in the, I think that was a vendor in the background with, like, the
Hey,
hologram.
Maynard can lead me to the Morts.
There's, like, nothing here. It's Sargasso because that giant tube, orange tube with the green, that's a Gelatonian plant tube. So this is Sargasso's like alternate dimension version.
Now, if we could get away from this acid.
Come on, Maynard! Let's find the Morts!
Riding
And
Speedles
if you
is one way of
look, there's like a red barrier. So that's probably it closes you off from certain areas in the levels until you complete it. And then you're fully free to explore after you complete those objectives on that planet.
traversing Sargasso's acid swamps, and to do so quickly.
Excuse me!
Pardon me.
I got it! See? Sometimes I don't crash. Stop! There's the Gelatonium factory. I'm coming, Morts.
And we see the Thugs for Less are back. Or Goon for Less. I don't like the new name.
Just to get stopped by some fuzzballs. So you got like 9.5 seconds to tell us where they're at. 1.
Hang on there now.
If you watched our previous gameplay demo, you may recognize
Ribbit.
the Goons
I like
for Less.
her growling. That's a reference to like Ratchet growling or getting mad whenever. That was a stink bug. He would be getting mad whenever somebody threatened Clank or threatened somebody he liked or was attacking a planet. That's a nice reference.
This rebranded gang has been hired by Dr. Nefarious to attack Ratchet and Clank, and are now also trapped in Rivet's dimension. Here's another new weapon. The Shatter Bomb is a frag-type grenade that deals a lot of damage to your foes. With haptic feedback, each explosion feels
Oh yeah, and if
incredibly
you
impactful.
if you've seen, they brought back the Super Quick Select with the directional pad.
Where are these doofuses coming
The
from?
sound design is just
Perhaps they were sucked
spot on.
the vortex as well.
And they brought back the robotic dogs. That ship with like the I'm trying to get a good look at it without going back, but no, that ship with the
If you watched our previous gameplay demo, Here's another new weapon.
That ship right there, that reminds me of the ship, like, from Going Commando on Siberius, where you were fighting Angela. Those ships remind me of the ones that dropped off the four-legged spider robots. Because it has a very similar design. So, that's nice that they brought that back.
Where are these doofuses coming from?
Perhaps they were sucked through the dimensional vortex as well.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, Rivet's just a reskin, unfortunately. I originally thought her gameplay was going to be like Devil May Cry or God of War was going to be beat 'em up style with her hammer. And then the Negatron Collider, which you charge this fucker up and boom. Dang. That's going to be a fun gun to use. And maybe with the DualSense, you hold it in, charge it, you hold it in and charge it and release the blast, and you just tap it and it just releases like a pew, you know.
There is so much more.
And then, okay, this shot, this is the one with the red trees. I hope that we, fight that robot, like Shadow of the Colossus style. Like, where we climb up it, which would be awesome. And we could see that Ratchet is using hover boots here, and there's, like, a couple more animations. As for the, like, yellow, there's, like, a yellow, marker. I think that'll be our objective markers, and the game's gonna be structured like Spider-Man was. Where we're gonna be going from planet to planet, but since they're more open now, it's gonna be,
Dimensional Clank.
like, it's gonna be like Spider-Man. The Clank puzzles remind me of A Crack in Times, and they remind me of, I think it was Super Mario Galaxy, where, you, like, go in a path, and you make sure you don't touch yourself, and it, like, clones followed you. That's what these remind me of, and that's probably what it is.
Puzzles.
And then the glitch challenges, it seems that these are turret shooting mini games, where we'll need to, like, break down doors, or we'll need to, rescue, other characters, or something. Or maybe it's for, weapon upgrades or upgrade materials. Also, the face on the robot I love that design. You know Rivet made this because of how cute it looks. And then we see Arena Challenges return, and right here we could see there's a space pirate. So, well, we know they're in the game, but it seems that the battle arena is on Ardolus, which I'm fine with that. And then the aerial combat, I don't know what this planet could be. It seems like it's Sargasso, but we see Rivet on top of it, shooting, her, I think it's the burst pistol? This looks crazy. Like, she's riding the Dragon Alien. Like, I wouldn't know, like, what's going on. Like, I can't analyze this. There's, like, really nothing to point out here except how cool and sick it looks. We have gold bolts, and it seems like Ratchet's in a pocket dimension there. Hang on, let me replay it.
Arena challenges.
That's gonna be good. Those are gonna be good.
Aerial combat.
No. Okay, we see that maybe we're in a pocket dimension because of how weird and gray it looks.
To collect.
But there's the giant robot in the background. So I'm thinking this isn't. A couple people thought this was a pocket dimension, but I don't think so. Because of how alive it still looks. And we do get gold bolts, which that's awesome. Those are coming back again.
Pocket dimensions.
And then pocket dimensions, we see there's a Clank float, a Ratchet float, and there's a Big Al float in the background. That might be a callback, or not a callback, a sign. He is coming back. Other than the logo in Nefarious City.
Explore.
Even if it's the alternate dimension version, I don't care. And then we see the 2016 armors returning.
Aerial combat. Gold bolts to collect.
Oh yeah.
Pocket dimensions to explore.
Okay, we see the 2016 armors returning. This looks like a space pirate designed armor. And we see with collection bonus, this is for all the armor shown, though, it says. But it says melee and damage decreased by 20%. Damage from nefarious enemies decreased by 20%. 20% rare titanium earned. 20% XP gained. It seems that these perks, you have to either you have to complete these perks, or you can combine these armors to give you different perks, which should be pretty cool.
Armor to
this looks like the Lombax Praetorian. This is the Lombax Praetorian armor, okay, because this is it right there. It looks better than the Tools design, because I didn't like the Tools of Destruction's design that much. I like that they're making it look accurate though to it. And then this armor, this looks freaking adorable with like the hologram HUD on the face. That's gonna change in game, because on the robot disguise, on the helmet, it's doing a smiley face, so this is gonna change in game, and that's gonna be freaking cute.
Use in the first ever.
And then those two, the first one that was shown off there.
Gold bolts to collect. Pocket dimensions to explore.
Yeah, we see that the 2016 armor is returning, which is pretty. I think
Armor
it's cool,
to
I guess.
obtain.
And then this is called the Wasteland gear. So this seems like maybe this is from Torrent 4, or this is from a post-apocalyptic planet they call the Wasteland. And it could be like an armor that's based on like being just put together out of like materials and stuff. It's not, it's matching, but that's what I thought of. As for the symbol on the forehead, I can't make that out. It reminds me of, again, All for One, with like the creatures in the planes that would like expand their brains and like they would fly and pick up the rocks, so you had no land to walk on. That's what that reminds me of. And then the Q-Force armor. This also looks very good looking. I'm probably going to be using this one throughout the whole game, aside from the helmet, because I want to keep Ratchet's like leather patch on the whole game, but I'm going to put armors on. And then the Captain Starshield armor, which this is a Deadlocked reference, and I never thought this would ever make a comeback, or a reference to his character would never make a comeback. It looks pretty sick, and looks very accurate to that character's design.
Ratchet and Clank photo mode.
And the photo mode. I'm not analyzing this. It's the exact same thing as Spider-Man, so there's really nothing to talk about there.
To playing our
As for the accessibility options, we see there was swingshot targets there.
As such, Rift Apart will offer a slew of accessibility options.
There was like an image there of Ratchet and with a red carpet, so that's probably the beginning of the game. This is Quark right here, and these like filters and stuff. So he is in this game. They just haven't shown him off yet for some reason. Why wouldn't they have shown him off? As for okay, that's a goon face. Okay, I thought it was a different character.
Experience Rift Apart's new planets, weapons, intense high-action combat, and near-instant load times, all with some of the best
again,
visuals
and we see we're fighting the dinosaurs again.
How about that?
This is that has to be Torrent 4 with the grind rails. And they're like expanding the grind rail section we did with Alistair. And then we see this is Megalopolis. But what how does Ratchet have the Rift Tether already? It's kind of strange. They'll explain it in the game, but I think that this is going to be a really long game. Like, really long. Because Ratchet and Clank aren't separated yet, and he has the Rift Tether. So this is going to be great. And then this is another, I believe this to be another pocket dimension. I don't know what it could be. It could be the same planet that, or environment that we seen the Mr. Zircon, like, amusement park set up on. Because we see one of those purple crystals in the background that we hit and we change the environment. I think that's like an instant way to switch between pocket dimensions and real-time environments without having to find the portals. And then, okay, this part, like that, in the background, where we know wall jumping was going to come back, but who's wall jumping? that design, look, everybody's thinking that's Skid McMarcus, and I do agree with that, and that's who the Phantom is, and Phantom's a reference to Shadow Dude again, so that's pretty rad, pun intended. And then that part, we seen Rivet was walking through some kind of, I don't know. Hang on. This looks so good, I'm not going to stop watching this till release. I don't know what this can be. It could be. I don't believe it to be a pocket dimension. It seems that Rivet and Clank get separated, and she goes to rescue him again. I think it's the same planet what Ratchet was on with the red trees. So, but it's at nighttime, so there's probably a daytime nighttime cycle to this game, which is another interesting feature. And then this is Megalopolis. Clank says these rifts are getting out of hand, so this more than likely takes place right after. Ratchet shoots the, Dimensionator with, yeah, this takes, like, place, like, right after that, and they probably reworked it again, which, more than likely.
On behalf of all of us at Insomniac Games, thank you for watching.
Oh, you're welcome.
See you in the Omniverse on June 11th.
PlayStation. So that's all I had to talk about and analyze and what I can think of. Anyways, I hope you all have a nice day, and see ya.